In my last video I summoned Fire Triss, and now I have to show you why she's worth building.
So good and tasty?
She is max skilled thanks to the collab event, and I started her out on a damage build for the damage test. I didn't build her on rage because I am going to keep some of these runes on her when I change her to how she should be built. I haven't watched any other videos on Fire Triss, so I don't know how the community feels about her, but looking at her usage tab, she appears to be used mainly for PvP and TOA. I'm also aware that a lot of you may not have this unit yet since she is a Nat 5. I don't have a secret for obtaining her, but I do have a solution for those of you that like to spend a little bit of money on Summoner's War from time to time. If you are one of those people, or if you are considering making your first purchase, please make sure you are not paying full price. And don't worry, I got you. Thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Packsify. Packsify is offering huge discounts of up to 35% off on in-game purchases. Packsify has a Discord community with over 10,000 members that saved players over $4.1 million over the last 3 years, and guess what? They're launching an application that makes getting discounts effortless. It will be launched in April. It's the first specialized application, and the Packsify team has prepared special bonuses for their community. The application brings things to the next level with features like a 2-click sign-up, real-time order tracking, human support, reordering in just 3 clicks, and 1 currency for all games. Spots are limited, so make sure to act fast. Hit the link in the description to join the waiting list and secure your exclusive perks. Now let's get back to the spotlight. We are going to start off by seeing what kind of numbers we can put up with the 3 of her skills. What's important to note here is not only the damage, but also the additional effects each of her skills are applying. As I mentioned earlier, she seems to be great in Arena, but how great? And is she better than the other monsters that reset the enemy's attack bar? There is a few ways you can build her, but I prefer to make sure she is landing her skills by putting accuracy on slot 6. You can also build her on a full damage build as an AoE nuker, but I personally don't like the chance of her being cut before she does the attack bar reset. The first way I used her was with another AoE attack bar reset unit. The idea is that the enemy team will have defense breaks and brandings applied to them before you deal big AoE damage and reset their attack bars again with Poseidon's 3rd skill. You can really use any AoE nuker in that role as long as you're able to land the Triss reset and not get cut before your nuker gets a turn. I will continue to show more examples of this type of team in action so that you get a good idea of what this looks like. The thing that makes Fire Triss, in my opinion, stand out from the other AoE attack bar reset units is that she is the only one that can do this while also applying branding. When you combine her with a Galleon, it is almost the perfect setup for any AoE nuker to come in and clean up the enemy defense. However, there is an issue I was sometimes met with. She isn't guaranteed to land her debuffs, which can potentially make you lose a match. This is why I recommend building her with lots of accuracy so that you can reduce the chance of this going wrong. She also does a good job with helping you clean up any units that are left over after the nuking phase. She can provide heal block, which is great against things like Halphus and Riley. And she can also apply glancing, which may help your team stay alive longer for another round of nukes. You don't need to have her on despair, but it can potentially come in clutch if you don't fully reset the enemy team attack bar. It is also good to have her built this way for TOA. Another unit she is great to pair with is Wind Pioneer. Before I was using Chong Pong in this role, but Triss has taken his spot in most fights now. Branding helps the Wind Pioneer deal way more damage than the 50% attack leader skills from Chong Pong. Here is an example to show you the difference. I will show you an example with the attack leader skill first and then with the branding after. Note that Darian's passive is also reducing the damage in these clips. It's also worth noting that Chong Pong can hit multiple times and reset the enemy's cooldown, which can be more useful in some situations. However, if you are dealing enough damage from the branding, then resetting cooldowns won't be necessary. The third and final way I've been using her in Arena is with a team like this. I am using 2 attack bar resets that apply defense breaks and branding. Then the nuker is Water Fairy King. You will also have the follow-up from the rest of the team since we are resetting their attack bar. I got super lucky in this match because I got outsped, but this team is much smoother when that doesn't happen. Here is another example of how this team should perform. Now, you may be wondering what else she can be good for, but honestly, I would only recommend building her for TOA, Arena, Guild Wars, and RTA. And I honestly think she is an S-tier Arena offense unit. As for RTA, I think she can also be really good there as well. But don't just take my word for it, let me show you how I've been using her. As usual, I've been tanking my rank by having fun with underused monsters and weird teams, so I will be showing you the matches that Fire Triss helped me in to get me back to C1 before season reset. Enjoy, and stay until the end so you can see how I lost my rank.
tripping, bro. You tripping.
It's hard being a slick head.
But it's real being a slick head.